Hello and welcome to this B1 Usability Package e-learning session. My name is Rasmus Wolf Jensen and today's topic will be the basic of how to use the B1 Document Manager. So what is the B1 Document Manager? Well, in one sentence, the B1 Document Manager is a system for managing files that are associated with the SAP Business One. And here you might think, well, SAP Business One already has such a system. We have the attachment folders, we have the user-defined fields that can be linked, but let's see some ideas on what the problems are with that solution and how Document Manager enhances this. So here I have a sample. I have a document and that is related to my business, and it's related in the following way. So first of all, it's related to an SAP order, which is again related to a customer and an SAP project. Also, the document is related to a third-party external ID. That could be an ISO code or some external code we would have in the system. So my goal here is that I should be able to, if I know the project, the order, the customer or the external ID, I should be able to get this document. So where should I put this document in order to be able to do this using regular SAP? Well, we could try some different approaches. First of all, we could use UDFs, user-defined fields of type link on orders. Then we would be able to have that the document is directly related to the order, but we wouldn't be able to find it without going to that order then. We wouldn't be able to find it just by saying, give me all documents relating to project, or give me all documents relating to customer. We would have the same problem on customer and project level. So if we linked it to the customer, well, we wouldn't find the order. If we linked it to the project, we wouldn't find the customer. We could also have some problems looking at it using external ID. This ID not related to SAP in any way. We could of course put it into a user-defined field, but where should we again put that? Should it be under order, customer or project? We could also begin to talk about using activities, and we might get a bit further there. We have the option to put multiple documents on project. Another problem we haven't even talked about would be that if I had 100 documents here, I would need 100 user-defined fields if I went with the route of using a linked UDF. So the conclusion for me here is that folders are simply not enough in order to do this. So we need some other approach. So how should we solve this problem? If we can't put the document into one single folder, how should we do this? So our solution is that we should instead enrich the file itself with some data, and we call that tags. So here we are. We will have some top-level folders. In this case, we will use the business partner as the main folder because the document is owned by a specific business partner. It is always related to that. So instead of having just document.docx, we should have document with some metadata on it. And the tag should be the sales order tag, the project tag, and the third party external ID tag. So if we have a sample here where we have that the business partner is Norm Thompson, the sales order ID is 1242, the project tag is X3Q, and the external ID is EI533282. So that is our data, and let's enrich our file by adding this. And it might seem a little complicated, but it will, within Business One, be as easy as just selecting the data. But very quickly, you can see it would be put into a folder that is related to Norm Thompson. it will have the name document. It will relate this part to finding out how the sales order is, what the project is, and what the external ID is. So enough theory about this. Let's see it in action. Here I have two documents that I need to relate to my business data. And how they are related? Well, the contract is the contract for the project, my X3Q. So that should be related to that, while the document itself should be related also to the project and to the sales order and to the external ID. So let's do that. So I can go anywhere I have some data, sales order for example, and find my sales order here. As you can see, that sales order is related to the project, and I can simply right click it and say attach document. So the business partner come up, say I want to link this to the business partner, and I want to have it as a new file put into the system. So it should be my contract. I then have the option here to either copy it or move it to the new location. In this case, I just want to move it. Then I need to say, okay, I need to enhance it with the metadata. So I say, okay, this contract, well, it's not related to a document, so we don't want to, or a specific sales order. So we just want to say, this is related to the project X3Q. So let's save this. Confirm that I will need to save this into my folders. And now it's saved. Then I will have another. So this time, again, it's the document. I will move it. And I want to say this should be related to the sales order. So let me find my sales order. It's this one. It should also be related to the project. Okay. And it should be related to my external party ID. You can see I have these three here. It's all configurable what you want to relate things to. We will see that in the advanced e-learning sessions. But my external ID was EI533282. So now I have my fields. I will save the data. And I have now saved my data into the system. So let's find the data again. It might be on a totally different window. It could be that I was in the business partner, found Noam Thompson, and I wanted to search documents. So it brings up the search window with Noam Thompson. And in this case, I just want to see what is related to the project. And I just choose the project and search. And you will see that we'll get the contract and the document because they were both related to the project. I will see the entire part of the data and when it was saved. It also, in this case, because I search on the SAP documents as well, it will find the sales order because that is related to the project as well for Noam Thompson. If I wanted to be more specific, saying it needs to be only the data that was on sales order, I can then find what sales order I knew it was and search again. And you will see it will now only find the document, it will not find the contract because that is not only related to the sales order. Finally, I can go in and perhaps say, okay, I don't want to search on any specific of these, but I only want to find EI533282, which was my external ID. Let's search for that. It will find the document related to that without any data in Business One by itself. It will just find the field. If I had a user-defined field anywhere in the system, it will also find the SAP documents. And finally, I don't even need to have a business partner. I can just say, give me anything related to the project. So let's see what we have. Again, we find our 2 files that was related. But we also have a purchase order, and I can go and see that here. So I have a purchase order, and that was related. So that was some purchase in order to make the sales order. So you can see it's very strong to find data related to files and documents in Business One. So this concludes this short overview of the B1 Document Manager. If you want to see more advanced on how this product works, I will recommend the advanced e-learning sessions on this, where we'll go into how to set up folders, how to set up the keywords or the tags, how to use the add window and the search window in more details. So thank you again. For training material on this and other of the products from Boyum IT, go to service.boyum-it.com/education. If you want a free demo of this product, go to license.boyum-it.com/b1up. Or if you want to contact us, you can do us on either our sales email or our support email. Thank you for attending.